welcome back. The new school year is starting with a shock to the athletic department at one Williamsville high school, and that has some parents questioning their relationship with their children's coaches. When longtime basketball coach Al Monaco was forced out of the program at Williamsville South after 2 decades on the job, dozens of his supporters were left confused and took their complaints to the school board. Turns out, before he was fired, some of the players' parents who accused Monaco of bullying and harassment, and this led to an Amherst police investigation. And while it sounds like a lot of he said, she said, this is bringing to light problems that can happen between players, parents, and the coaches in youth sports. So we brought in our friend and parenting expert, Mary Frances Bayer, to help us kind of sort this one out. And so first off, what role should parents have, in terms of being involved with the coaches?
I really feel like parents need to, of course, support their children and teach them sportsmanship and being part of a team. And of course, supporting the coach in regards to how they coach the team and perhaps sometimes even when they're critical of their children.
And how do you tell the difference between bullying and just coaching?
I think most parents that I've worked with can really flesh that out. Coaching is sometimes being critical and saying to a child, you know what, you're not working hard enough as you can. But bullying, I think we know when our child is being harassed and bullied, and then that's the time to intervene.
Yeah, we were talking about it in the newsroom yesterday, and it seems like it can be a fine line in sports because coaches are known for, yelling and screaming at times.
Right, exactly. But you have to look and see if really there's that balance of support and honestly nurturing and building a relationship. If that is there, then sometimes we have to step outside of our comfort zone and just say, all right, well, that's the way that they motivate the team. But harassment's never okay.
Okay.
Right.
And when should a parent intervene if they feel like their child is being harassed or bullied?
I would say, like I said before, if they feel like the child is being harassed, called names, degraded, well, that's really time for a parent to say, I'm not okay with how you're treating my child, because we don't want our children to go through life feeling like if they're being harassed or belittled, that's okay, and that's the way that they should respond to an authority figure because they're being put down, basically.
So, in other words, you should intervene right away.
Yes, you should definitely intervene right away. But I would observe and intervene and show your child how to be assertive and say, you're not going to talk to me that way.
And another question that was raised that I think is, very important, how do you differentiate in teaching your children when to protect the child from the punishment and when it was warranted, that sort of thing?
I think if the punishment is warranted, you have to be there with your child and show them there's a consequence to your actions, and I'm going to help you through this hard time, but I'm not going to help you get even. There's accountability. And that's a life lesson. It's things that you do are not always going to be okay, and there are going to be consequences.
An important lesson for sure. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
Appreciate it.
And now we're going to send it back over to Emily Lenahan with your .com check.